Hey Mom, can I call you in like an hour or so? I'm filming Drunk Chef right now. No, you're totally fine. Okay, I love you too, Mom. Night, Mom. Bye. Nice. Hey, what are we making today, Moog?
We're making raw meat.
Yeah, just raw meat. Everybody likes some raw meat. No, we'll be making burgers today, though. And I'm gonna make my own relish. And spicy
fresh?
mayo right here.
He's trying to get fresh on me.
We're gonna do it right here. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get, I'm gonna take about half of this. This is gonna be about 1.5 pounds, and we're gonna leave the other half. We're gonna put that in the fridge. I'm gonna season this beef right here. This we're gonna use for both the burger and the little spicy mayo, little ground paprika. Shout out Kroger one time. We got 1.5 pounds of hamburger in here. What I'm gonna try to do is not overpower it, but also keep it, you know, flavorful, right? You don't want to add a ton of nonsense to this and then you bite into it and you're like, this burger tastes like dog shit, but you also want to add something that it doesn't just taste like nonsense. I like a little bit spicy. I like to prefer mine a little bit spicier, but I know that other people in this household over there do not prefer it spicy. Blending in the middle is kind of what I'm going for. I want it to have a little kick, but not enough that you're like, I cannot eat this thing. So I'm gonna put a full tablespoon. This is only a 1/2 tablespoon of salt, so I'll do 2 of these. When you do that, what it's gonna do is it's gonna kind of render out when we cook with the salt. That way you don't have to salt your burger post, I guess. Right. I know that people put salt and pepper on when they're done, but I'm not a big fan of that. Now this is where it's gonna be really big key. It's like you don't, salt and pepper, fine. You don't wanna overpower it with too much other stuff. Like garlic powder, I'm gonna just do maybe a 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little more, maybe a full teaspoon. So still tiny, but just enough that you're like, oh, I can taste that now. So yeah, we'll do 1 full teaspoon, and these are halves because I'm dumb. We'll do the same of the Cajun seasoning. That way it's got a little bit on it. Wants to come out at all. And then I'll only try to do 1 of the paprika because I don't want everybody to cry. And now we're just gonna get in here with our hands. We're gonna mix it together. Now here's the big key. You don't wanna over mix, because if your patties kind of separate and it gets to almost like a goo, then they're not gonna cook right. It's gonna be a little different and it's gonna kind of cook weird. So you want it to be as loose technically as possible while it's still mixed. So what happens is it's the muscle is too, or the meat, quote unquote, is too worked. It actually takes the tenderness out of it. Also, it helps with the Maillard reaction, which is what keeps what creates the crispiness on your burger. Right now, if I made it so that it looked like a paste, that doesn't look. You want to still see a little bit of the streaks and everything in there. Now that we have this all good to go, we're gonna set it aside just for right now, so that we can chop up some of our vegetables. So I'm just gonna chop some of these tomatoes. Not gonna do anything special to the tomatoes besides one thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just make a PSA real quick. Sharpen your knives, people. And if you don't sharpen your knives, buy sharper knives. I mean, I just ran that across my finger for all of you to see, and I'm fine.
We inherited those for free. So.
Okay, so never mind then.
They're free knives.
That's completely different.
But make damn sure you got sharp knives. And you want to just have good cuts. You don't want your tomatoes to be like mine right now, where there's just a big slice and then a little slice and then a big slice and then a little slice. And so you kind of want to keep it as very even as you can. And then all I'm going to do is just take, like I said, a little salt and pepper. That's way too much, but we'll figure that out later. And I'm just gonna, you know, just kind of sprinkle a little on, just a tad, and then just a little pepper. Bam. Okay, let's get us a nice drink. Budweiser, I'd love for you to sponsor us. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I love Bud Light. So now we're just gonna cut up some of this onion. And here's the easiest way to cut an onion without crying. So you cut the ends off first, and there you go. See that liquid coming out right there? That's what's gonna make you cry. That's what's gonna make you cry. Finding Dory. I cried very hard when I watched Finding Dory the other night. Now this primal sin, don't do this. Now watch me do it.
Oh, yeah, that isn't.
So that's what you don't want to do.
That is what you don't do.
That's gonna make you cry right away. But what I want is to try to get some really nice. I mean, like, look at that layering right there. It's a beautiful onion, and we wanna get that into our sandwich as best as. So what I'm gonna do is now try to, with my non-sharp knife so I don't cut my finger off, try to cut these in a way that can get us some nice slices right here. And we'll take that outside off just like that because it's beautiful. And look, see how easy that is once you cut it into it? Now, like I said, primal sin, don't do that. But, you know, positives and negatives to everything. Once we do this, we should be able to boom, bam, bop, and now we have just beautiful burger ring onions that we can, you know, put on that sandwich whenever we need it. Boom, bam, bop. If I'm gonna grill an onion, I'm probably gonna use this guy. Because this guy doesn't really taste that good by himself. But if I grill him, I add some salt and pepper, I cook him in the fat and stuff like that, it adds a lot more flavor to it. Because to me, white onion aren't that flavorful. Now, red onions, I can eat these bad boys just crisp and cold right onto a sandwich. That is no problem whatsoever. I could eat that, I mean, delicious. They both cook well, right? Like, and also it's, as somebody that likes to have somebody that likes what you cook, it's more of an appealing thing. White looks good when you mix it in with, you know, potatoes, stuff like that, because it blends in, it's translucent, it doesn't stand out. Red looks good for the opposite, because it does stand out, right?
Yeah,
so
you want that color.
You got that color, it adds a layer of color to your stuff.
That looks really good.
Absolutely gorgeous, and we haven't even done anything. Needed it. So for the rel, we're gonna do what may blow anybody watching at home's mind that doesn't know what relish is. Relish, for anybody watching at home that doesn't know what it is just pickles diced up very small. Now.
Oh, wait. I didn't know that.
Also what it is a little bit of vinegar, but due to the fact that we bought some Exit name brand here pickles, it will already have the vinegar that it's been sitting in. As it sits in here, it's gonna pickle itself. It's gonna get more pickly. We'll just take, I mean, we got just a big old pile of pickles, right? And you just come right through here and you just go to town, right? You get them nice and diced up that way. It's relish because it's considered a condiment, something that you can spread. So I think they changed the name to disassociate with the fact that I think tiny little pickles didn't probably catch on. Hey, make sure that you put some tiny little pickles on your hot dog. Like that didn't hit as well as relish did. So they were like, you know what? Let's just call it relish and give it a day. Last thing I'm gonna do before we put the burgers in the pan and we get it all popping is I'm gonna make just a little bit of spicy mayo. I got some buffalo sauce here. I also have some mayo. And here's the best part, catsup. I hate ketchup, all right? Now, there's two members that live in this household, and we are strongly divided in ketchup.
Hold up.
Ketchup is used by me maybe 5% of the time. How about you?
I put it on pretty much everything.
He puts that shit on everything. Cause same Nash. That's real.
No ketchup shade, but like, there's just better condiments out there. For sure.
For certain things, I will say
right,
that is
right.
fair.
Once I tried everything else, ketchup just didn't do it for me anymore.
It just don't hit the same.
I will say, ketchup is really good for making sauces. So basically what you want is equal parts ketchup and mayo, and then just a little bit, depending on the people that you're serving, of buffalo sauce. So I'm gonna do maybe a tablespoon of mayo, another tablespoon of ketchup. Gang. Just completely missed the thing the first time. That's totally fine. Let's not even, you know what? Let's live on the wild side, dude. Let's not even measure the buffalo sauce. Nash is over there crying because he's the only person in the house that doesn't like spicy things. See, it's already turning the color of what most spicy mayos look like. That like opaque pink or orange color. And just a slight little splash of ground paprika. Now that is gonna add the smokiness, and also when you eat spicy mayo in any restaurant, you see those little like flakes in it, that's what it is. It just makes it more appealing to the eye, but also you're exactly right, add that little bit of heat that you want along with the buffalo that's gonna add just the kind of straight fry. Let's see how that tastes. A little ketchup-y, that's why you taste test. Let's try it now. Right where you want it. Back at the sink again. I mean, it's pretty much a new beer. Hey, Budweiser, sponsor us, please. We're alcoholics, but also,
Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out.
We drink responsibly. Part that everybody was excited for, the burgers. The key of the wax paper is that what it will do is it will kind of give us the ability to smash the Smashburger without using a burger wing or anything that kind of any Smashburger restaurant that you've ever been to uses. And the reason why is because the burger meat will stick to your spatula or whatever it is that you use if you don't use some wax paper. You just want enough square that it'll cover the bottom of this. So I'm gonna cut these one more time in half pretty much. Just a square, you're gonna put the burger in there, I'm gonna roll it up into a ball, and then basically what's gonna do, we're gonna put the ball in there, and then this is gonna be in between here and here, and smash it down, and that's pretty much what's gonna happen. We don't want them to be too big, we wanna make enough for a couple of them. So I'm just gonna get them just like nice and here, this. And again, you don't wanna mix it too much that it's like a, you know, not something that you want. We always have to say,
Hey man, you better be washing your hands. If you're not washing your hands, that's nasty.
right? It's COVID. COVID rules, baby. The game plan is we're gonna do one of these like this. Okay? In theory, this should work just like this. So we go down, get it in there. And you should be able to just, oh my god, I'm there we go. Peel that right off just like that. And that goes right in the trash can. Do it again. Wax paper on one side, as you can see, burger on the other side. So we go fat side down, right into the pan. And then you take, now there's much easier ways to do this. I'm making it harder on myself. If you have a steak weight, anything like that, that'll get you right where you need to be. But basically, again, the wax paper is just to separate the smash from the burger. Get it right down in the pan so that it's evenly smashed and you can get that cook on both sides. There we go. Both sides up. Pull her off.
Boom.
Boom. So what have we learned so far? You know, I hope it's educational to you. It sure is hell it's educational to me. But what I've learned so far is that I'm a halfway decent jack when I'm kind of drunk. Now, we're really blending that line between kind of drunk, maybe a few more beers, and we're pushing that line to really drunk. After that, I have no idea what happens. I mean, it could be a whole, you know, whole Waco incident. I could just lead a group of evangelicals to a 14-day standoff. You know, we have no idea what could happen once I start drinking. So it's a real hull-a-ba-loo. 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 We'll have a live taste test right on this camera for you. And he'll give you the raw, uncut reaction because this man is the only man. He asked me, he goes, hey, you going to Popeyes? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, I like their normal chicken sandwiches. I want to try their spicy chicken sandwich. So I said, all right, I'll get you one normal, one spicy. This guy takes one bite of the spicy chicken sandwich and goes, this is too hot for me. It's too hot for me. So hot.
You think Sprite is like spicy water?
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Sprite is spicy water.
Human does not have a spicy receptor on their tongue. What you're tasting is pain. All of you guys are into S&M, and I'm not fooled.
You want to try the spicy marrow or no? Yeah. I want the whole
You want to feel some pain?
Get your finger in it first.
COVID kitchen.
COVID kitchen.
This is a cardinal sin. Cover your burger in a pan when it's cooking with just fat. Because what it's going to do is it's going to make it spit, spark, do all that shit that you don't want. But I'm a trained professional, okay? I went to school for this.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe if I had more, it'd be a little spicy more. I don't know.
We'll do this real time, just for national. So just a little bit. You don't want too much, right? Just enough. You can cover the bottom. Right? Yeah?
oh yeah.
And then just
a nice
enough
spread.
for the top. Okay? And then this is how we're going to do this. Because the burgers are smash burgers, what we're going to do is go burger first. We're going to go burger first. Right on there beautifully. Let's do a cute one. You like tomato, Nash?
Sure.
Is that a yes or?
I used to not for years, and then I just like started trying it again.
So now you
First
kind
time
of
since
sense
kid, and now I'm like, yeah, I like it. I like grew up, I think is what it was.
So let's get that right in there, little Rel. Tell little Rel to come through. Then just a little lechuga for the crispiness, right on top.
That's a pretty ass burger.
Right? It does
Look at it on the camera.
I mean, it looks incredible.
It looks
on the camera.
really good.
And it looks even. I'm looking at it in real life. And it looks right, Nash.
Mash it down.
Smash it down. However you want to attack it. It's probably still hot because it just came off the thing. How are we feeling about it? If it sucks, be honest. Full hands.
That is excellent.
Thank you.
I don't know the words that like people say when they know food, but it had a really good combination of this and this stuff, and I was like, pretty neat. If you guys want me to do any reviews, food reviews, I'm pretty much Roger Ebert with the reviews.
That's
It's
what we
so
needed.
good.
That's what we needed. That's what I mean. That to me, I can die happy now. I can go and die.
Oh no.
You're right. You're right.
No,
but I
no,
could.
no.
I
But you could.
Yeah.
You could.
I could.
Yeah, no, I
don't
understand
want
that.
to, but I could.
Oh yeah, he's dying.
Right? I was about to say that. Let's get that in the cam. Is the the aggressive on the second bite. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this Drunk Chef episode. Again, shout out to Budweiser for keeping me powered through. You know, if they want to sponsor this episode, that would be awesome. I actually have a cousin who works for Budweiser, and he's an alcoholic. So I guess anybody that is a part of that, it bleeds into their life. So Budweiser, if you'd like to bleed into my life, which you already have, I would love that. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a wonderful spread here of burgers and everything for everybody. This was really cheap, really easy to do, really affordable. So if you want to watch more videos of me making crazy shit in the kitchen, that's really easy. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video so that everybody can see it and we can all have a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I'm already a little hammered and I can't wait to eat.